Here's a model room. So individual models, and of course a few dioramas. Some obviously built straight from the kit. So there's Aldea's Spitfire.
Not front.
109. 109. Various models. There's a two-seater Focke-Wulf 190. Japanese stuff.
Yes.
And some later Royal Navy aircraft.
Yes.
Buccaneers and Phantoms. I can recall seeing Phantoms a lot. Harriers. There you go. So there's a diorama of what it might have looked like in 1942 on one of the airfields here. The one in the rear, the Spitfire in the rear, EN 199, if I'm not mistaken, is the one in the hangar that they've been restoring here. Interestingly, you've got two Spitfires there, one with a large Vaux filter for the desert and Mediterranean conditions, and one without. Down here, a heavily weathered, I would say personally over weathered B-25 Mitchell. Hornet Zen there. There's a Havoc. An FE2B. I mean, I'm not being funny, but you offer me a free flight one of those, I'm going to tell you where to go. Little Blériot there. Fokker D8. Right, Fokker that is. Now this is nice, high speed launch. So these were running out and rescuing downed pilots. So there's the rescue boat. And there's 107, another high speed launch. Larger scale models here, so here's a Harrier. There's 109E7. F1 and Hawker Hurricane 2C. Various airfield stuff, so you've got Gloucester Gladiator, you've got some biplane now, I don't know. It's a Hawker Hurricane, I think it's Havoc and Invader. There's a Beaufighter, a Spitfire, and a crashed Hurricane on a transporter there. And this is a diorama of a 110 on an airfield of a Swordfish on an aircraft carrier platform. And this is what Qali airfield may have looked like at some point. Unison huts, bunch of post-war jets, refueling and so on. Perfect stuff. And this is nice, look at that, with a Wellington and a Beaufort. Not sure the tanks would necessarily have been there, but quite nice. Trucks and so on, the bomb trolley, the universal carrier, and a very Maltese style control tower. Now this, of course, would be Faith, Hope and Charity. And then this is depicted as 229 Squadron, Corendi, Malta, 1943. 5 Spitfires with Vaux filters on the runways. Another one being worked on in a revetment. You've got a Stuka and a Firefly and a Swordfish and Ju-88. More 109s. Various scales. Heikel, Hornet Elf. Some flying boats there. Oh, look at this. Look at this. That's beautiful, that is. Big old Sunderland, short Sunderland. They worked on the engines there. That's really nice. And look at this for a naval air station. Little seaplanes. Men parading and prancing around. You've got stuff going on in the hangars. These are some lovely dioramas. There's nothing worse than going to a museum and seeing really crap models. But these are really, really nice. They're better than anything I can make. There you got your Victor. There you go. You got your Italian stuff as well. Your Macchis and your Fiats and your Savoy Machetes. Look at that. few more here. 109's up top. Sea Gladiator. How far? June 1940. Scratch built, that one. Stuka. We've got an Iron Cross second class displayed here. Front of the 109. The Fuffer pilot's helmet. Salamander and a couple of Stukas. Here's a bow fighter. That's nice. Mosquito. And of course that's a B-24 Liberator there. Story of a special button. I'm a special button. I belong to an Air Force uniform worn by a Belgian. Let me tell you a little story about how I returned to Qali in 2004. At the top here is a large scale model of a Lightning. Small models outside that room of not the same sort of quality, not the same standard, but still they're on display. They're nice. There's a really good range here. We've got all sorts. We've got tiny weeny little biplanes. God, they're so small compared to the other stuff. From all eras, military and civilian. Your Airfix Sunderland kit. Bombers, Sterling, Whitman, Wellington, Hamden, and of course Halifax. This case isn't lit. There's some interesting aircraft though. Civilian stuff. That's a bit of a random selection. Smaller scale. Down here. Some civilian stuff. There's a little Spitfire and Hurricane diorama. Now this is quite interesting because I know what this is. HAC U2. This is the Spitfire and Hurricane that flew over. Oh, I don't know what year it was. It was quite a long time ago. It was the Merlins over Malta when they flew over. So it was the first time the Hurricane Spitfire had flown over Malta for like decades. Fantastic. Another case. So here we go. There's a load of Airfix kit boxes there from various eras. Oh, some tiny 144 scales that. Oh, I built a couple of 144 scales years ago. They're minuscule. So here we go. We've got ourselves a few biplanes, some modern jets, prop aircraft. Coming up. 5519. It's one of the Maltese ones, which they're rebuilding at the moment. Of course, come up to jets, lightnings, all sorts. Good old red arrows. I've got a Hurricane up there. And the Red Baron.